Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy 13 walkthrough. We are, I believe, about to do, boss fight. So, I would say, make sure you're set on your paradigms here. Wow, trying to blank. And it's probably not a bad idea to, level up your characters in the Cressarium.
I see your power has grown, Mr. Villiers. No matter. We will lay down our lives if that is what it takes to stop you.
Oh, we're on the same side here. We came back to stop all of this.
Nevertheless, you are l'Cie. We can trust the pawns no more than the fal'Cie who moved them. Humanity's fate rests in its own hands.
Alright, let's do this. I think this is the Proud Clad again.
Much appreciated.
It's gonna take me a little bit to buff up. Probably a good idea, get your characters all buffed up. This guy can be, well, buffs are always good. Always a good plan. As far as strategy here, I'm not seeing. Okay, yeah, he's almost immune to everything. So I did try to land some debuffs, but like I said earlier, it seems to me he's fairly immune. I don't know if he actually is immune to death or not. I'm not sure. I think the last 3 abilities there were still unknown. Anyways, wow, he does have a really low stagger point though, only 150%. So that shouldn't take too long to get him staggered. Now, I don't believe he can be launched though. I'm just gonna find out here. Yeah, it's not looking like it. So unfortunately, you're not gonna have that, reprieve, I suppose, from damage. He's gonna be sticking it to you the whole time. But alright, yeah, and boy, we're not getting much done here. And his stagger's already. Well, what do we got left? But 5% on the stagger. So maybe not such a bad idea to switch to aggression at some point and get lightning going as a commando as well. Your choice. Or otherwise, probably wouldn't have been such a bad idea to spam her. Oops, I'm using the wrong right here. Spam her army of 1. That would have really brought up the stagger gauge quite a bit. And man, he's just destroying me now. It looks like he buffs himself up here a little bit. I'm not sure if those can be removed or not. Or even if, I guess, I don't know who even gets Dispel right now as a saddle to it. I'm not sure. It's getting a little rusty on who gets what abilities and when. And then on top of that, I'm not sure if those can even be removed. I don't know. Usually buffs can, but again, not 100% sure on that. I guess I didn't really try. So. And then unfortunately, being that I don't have Hope or Saz here, I'm not able to buff myself up with haste. And that's kind of unfortunate. Like I mentioned this in a couple of the other videos, but right now I believe Hope has haste as well. Or at least, I know for sure once you unlock stage 9, Hope does eventually learn it. You have to unfortunately be, extremely invested in that. But it's definitely worth it. He's got, you know, basically great defensive buffs, and then on top of that, you know, to have haste at this point is also pretty darn awesome. Now, we're getting him pretty close. I don't know if I'm actually able to get him down though before this stagger's over. I kind of don't feel like that's going to be the case. Now, another kind of interesting thing here. Ooh, I did get him. Nice. Okay. All right, not too bad.
That's all she can take. Fall back.
I don't understand. We want the same thing. Why can't we just work together?
These people are so blinded by fear, they can't even imagine it. Are we too late?
Not yet. And we can't give up. No one else knows the truth. Am I right?
Only we know about the plan to destroy Cocoon.
And which Falsi's behind it. Barthandelus.
Then what are we waiting for? It's time for some payback.
That's what I'm talking about. Once everything's finally out in the open, people are gonna have to wake up from this nightmare.
Let's show them how human we still are.
All right. So, anyways, you know, one of the things I should have pointed out here, and that's actually kind of a perfect fight for it, is that you know, basically once an enemy is about to recover from stagger, if you use the ability Army of One, and Lightning is, you know, doing all over crazy flips and stuff, you know, even if an enemy is about to recover from stagger, it actually keeps them in stagger, or extends really the stagger duration until her ability is completed. So that being said, if you've got somebody like Snow or Fang, you know, operating as your commando, they can use, I think it's called Smite. I'm pretty sure it's Smite. Multiple times, which is pretty crazy. So, you know, again, if actually that fight would have been a very good time to take advantage of that. So, you know, I guess keep that in mind. There's some kind of cool things that you can do with that. And then again, on top of that, you know, you can always switch to like an aggression paradigm to get more damage out of that.
Suppressing fire! Closing the gate! Disengage! Wait! Open up! Open up! Let me in!
All right, here we finally got the first. Well, not really the first. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I've already fought these. I'm sorry. These are the Adamantulids, though, and you can see they're extremely annoying. I always like to buff up first a little bit, and then kind of go to town. Well, actually, I did go to or swap to diversity there just because I was hurting from all the stomps. And then it looks like he used Quake there. That didn't seem like that did that much damage though.
Keep it together.
But then, anyways, here we're gonna keep going to town on this turkey. I'm thinking that you know, Smart Bomb probably wouldn't be a bad one to go with once. That is, once you're, oh, this looks awesome. Once you're healthy. You know, unfortunately here, you know, with these guys, they do a really good amount of damage, so it's tough to stay in you know, a paradigm that doesn't at least have a medic. And here is Bay, and that ability is absolutely atrocious. Obviously, it stops everyone dead in their tracks. And you know, unfortunately here, I've just been taking a beating the entire time, so Vanille's really got her work cut out for her. It's looking, though, like we're going to be able to get him down during the stagger now. Right now is another time I should be spamming Army of One, but I just didn't do a very good job of that in this game. But anyways, that should be that. Oh, we got a little bit more on there. There you go. But there you can see there the stagger gauge is extremely high on those guys too. So.
Let's see. Easy now. Let's go.
Alright, anyway, so like I was saying, the stagger gauge is pretty high on those guys. So actually the Lionheart is an okay, you know, weapon of choice. What is that? They've got a 450% stagger threshold. So you can kind of make use of that. Well, I should say, you know, it's more effective on a target like that, but obviously I did not swap out my weapons. I stuck with the I think I've got the Enkindler right now on Lightning, so I kind of just stuck with that for the time being. But anyways, all right, let's make our way through Eden here, and we've got a trigger sphere right here, so let's see what's in this. Pressure. Can't remember what that does. Anyways, see, we've got some Guardian Corps guys here. I'm actually gonna have you know, a couple of Guardian Corps guys kind of cruising around in this area, so we'll be having random encounters there, which is you know, that's all right. Like I said earlier, or in some of the other videos, I kind of prefer fighting the humanoid type enemies, just because of their drops are typically items that sell for a decent amount of cash. Now the Adamantulid, I did get lucky there, and I did get the gold dust, which I believe is its rare drop. And that's, you know, that's good money right there. That's good stuff. Punisher here, I wanted to look that up really quick. Okay, so stagger TP charge. That's actually a really good item for Fang, and I feel like that's it is better here in a little bit, and I'll kind of point that out. I'm not sure if it ends up being this video or the next. Excuse me, but basically, anytime, and I'm not sure if it works for the entire party or if it's only Fang. So if it's only Fang, it's not as good, but if it's the entire party, it's you know, basically anytime an enemy would be staggered, you get a TP charge. So, you know, on an enemy that you're either gonna stagger multiple times, or if you're fighting a lot of different enemies, you know, that can really add up. You know, you're going to be getting a ton of extra TP out of that. So again, I feel like that's, oh, wow. Boy, that got really dangerous really quick. But anyways, so you know, that can really add up really quickly, and it's fairly nice because, I mean, I don't know, I feel like I used more TP abilities in this playthrough than I really have in the past. So, you know, that actually can come in handy. But anyway, so the Humbaba there, or I think that's how we're supposed to say that name, but that guy can get pretty gross. There you go. Slightly start. Oh, I gotta read that again. Okay, yeah, so it slightly restores TP whenever the enemy is staggered. Now again, I don't know if that means only Fang, or if that's when anybody uses it. I guess, you know, if I wasn't so lazy here, I could just test it out on my own. I really should. I should do that, and I'll get an answer for you that way. Alright, I couldn't resist. I had to test. I had to get the answer, and it appears that it doesn't matter who staggers the enemy. As long as Fang has that weapon equipped, you do get a TP or some TP charged whenever an enemy is staggered. So, again, that weapon is definitely really good for specific, I feel like, occasions. One of those being, you know, again, there's a fight coming up a little bit later that we'll be using a significant amount of TP on. And, you know, having that weapon equipped basically recharges the TP really quickly in between, I guess, farming sessions with that enemy or that battle. So, again, I will, I'll point that out once we actually get there. But wow, Snow is getting messed up, and Snow eats it.
Let's go.
All right. Poor guy. He just got stunned. If I remember right, I actually end up redoing this fight. So we'll see here. I think my idea was to try to get a, wow, so many deaths. I think the idea was to try to get a
Steady now.
preemptive here and get that Humbaba staggered right away. Yeah, this is, I'm pretty sure this is the one I would do. So we'll see here. Otherwise, you know, something with Snow as a sentinel probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but I guess I was just not happy with how this fight turned out. And I really think I should have focused on this guy first as opposed to the human soldiers, and I think that's what I did. One of the things I did differently in the following. Yeah, look at there. Snow dies again. That Sunder ability is just brutal. And again, now I didn't have buffs up either, so that was another thing that was kind of making things a little more difficult. Now here, if you notice, I got the Humbaba had the exclamation point over his head. So what I did was instead I tried to shoot or aim for the human soldiers to get preemptive. And unfortunately, he stood up and healed right as I was staggering him. But being that his stagger point is so high, and we're able to juggle him for the rest of this fight's in the bag already. Obviously, he's not gonna be lasting much longer. And then the human, obviously the Psychoms or the Guardian Cord. Actually, yeah, there's both in here, isn't there? But these guys are gonna go down, obviously, extremely quickly. So there you have it. Now again, I luckily I got a preemptive on, you know, by interacting with the soldiers, because they didn't have the exclamation marks over their head when I initiated this battle. But you know, if you can't do that, this is another one of those battles that it might be worth it to use a Deceptisol to get that preemptive, and then again, you know, just shoot for the Humbaba. And here, I think I'm gonna try to avoid some of these fights. There's just nothing new in this area, so we'll see here. I'm not sure what I'm doing in here. I guess I'm. Oh yeah, okay. I was looking for or if I had got all the information I needed on the Humbaba, and obviously I did. I think that Kaiser Behemoth is actually one of the marks, so I end up taking care of that later. No, okay. Oh, I did shoot for another one of these. Oh, so this is nearly identical. So we'll definitely try to do the same strategy here with taking this Humbaba down right away. And then their stagger gauge is just so crazy high that you know, once you do get it staggered, it just doesn't last long. But anyways, yeah, so nothing else new here. The rest of this fight's gonna be obviously extremely easy. His Guardian Core guy's just melted.
No problem.
Let's continue on here. We got bigger fish, and then I didn't get anything for that fight. Womp womp. And I thought I tried, you know, to avoid some of these fights, but apparently not. I guess I'm just going to town. Although I guess getting these preemptives is pretty darn nice. As far as what targets to shoot for first, it didn't matter. Obviously, I just blew everything up. And you know, the good thing is those CF, they don't have very much health, and obviously they just melted right away. Boom, and that's that. Did you see that? It's like my favorite snow quote in the entire game. Maybe not mine. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I may have just made that up on the spot. I do like it though. Alright. Yeah, these guys aren't going to last long either. These are the same CF as the previous battle. We've already fought these specific ones a bunch of times. I think those were the ones in... I think the first time you run across those in Grand Pulse too, so... They're not exactly new. And here are a bunch of adamantulids. I didn't bother... I don't think with any more of them. I guess we'll see, but... 15,000 go. Wow. Okay. That's not bad. And oh, we got one more treasure sphere over here. Let's see what we have in here. Perfect conductors. Okay. So inorganic compounds. Those are always nice. And yeah, wow. Okay, there we go. So I finally decided to try to avoid something. Oh, and I see another proto-behemoth down here. So, if you, you know, are trying for that perfect data log and whatnot, try to get him in your data log now. You know, if you haven't already. I believe I've got all the info I need. We'll see, I guess. And luckily, the proto-behemoth is not that big of a deal. He's, yeah, alright, I think we've got all the info we need. Sure looks like it. But again, now this guy is, you know, obviously a lot easier to deal with than the feral type behemoths, I guess. Obviously the stagger threshold being at 200% and it being able to you know, be launched makes it. Actually, even like look at the Sunder. Sunder didn't. I mean, Sunder barely did anything, and he's even got bravery on. So this guy just doesn't have the power that the other ones do. It's good. Not really complaining. It probably sounds like I am. Really shouldn't be complaining about that. Alright. How much talent? Lame. But alright, so I think I'm not sure if there's another cutscene at the end here, but we're coming right up on the end of the video. So like, comment, subscribe, whatever you guys want to do. This guide was helpful though, and hope you join me for more. Alright, thanks for watching.